shout out to everybody. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear me out there. Thug life, it is what it is. Hey, I've been working, you know, behind the scenes. I got like a fire camera I'm trying to work on setting up, you know, so we can do like more, you know what I mean? Just have the quality. I mean, I think this quality is all right, you know what I mean? For what we doing, I think it's good, you know, but I got like a crazy fire camera, so we're going to end up seeing like what happens with that. I was playing around with it, but I'm decided to wait a little bit to actually implement it onto the stream, because we're having like some issues within the area with the service, you know, of the internet. So like for as much bandwidth it's going to take, I just want to wait until everything's all good. But shout out to everybody. The lefties are losing it. Wait a minute. Y'all got to understand what's going on. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all hitting the like button, you know, and trying to support the channel. That is very, very important and pivotal to try to get us to where we need to go, right? Because we've been playing a lot of videos and we know certain type of content, if you don't have a certain amount of subscribers, they tend to stop you. You know what I mean? It's kind of what it looks like. So we try to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. So I'd greatly appreciate everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, everybody that's been rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But the lefties are losing it, y'all. Kamala Harris, she's ended up doing rallies. She's trying to bring out every celebrity under the sun to try to help her. She got Lizzo trying to help her. She got Usher, you know, Simp Usher, trying to help her. She's doing anything and everything to try to sway voters. We'll see like what people are thinking right now. I don't really think that's really being that effective, you know, but shout out to the chat. We got Deontay in the chat, Cassandra in the chat, Guys of Destruction in the chat, Joseph Turner, Glenn Williams, Case, the Great is in the chat, Big Sean, Marcus Chapman's back in the chat, Jim Williams and Ghetto God is in the chat. Shout out to y'all. So let's listen to this. So Piers Morgan, I do want to give a special shout out to him. He's been having anybody and everybody on his podcast, you know, and or his forum, his open forum. So let's hear what Piers Morgan is saying. So he's got, it looks like he got Lord Jamar up there. He's got Candace Owens up there. He's got the biggest liberal simp up here. Let's see what's going on.
Your stuff about Kamala Harris, which, are you surprised about the amount of pickup that got?
A little bit, yeah. But not really, because I think people are a little shocked that someone...
And let's not make a mistake. Lord Jamar be going viral a lot. Well, he used to when he was with Vlad, like he would go viral a lot. So he's no stranger to this. But what I'm curious about with Lord Jamar, right, is he going to get through this live without saying a bad word? I'm curious to see whether or not that's going to actually happen with Lord Jamar. We'll see.
Like me, you know, from a group.
But he did go viral, basically saying that he's going to vote for Donald, that he's not voting for Kamala Harris. And then he called her, I think he called her a B word, bro. That went crazy viral, you know, so we'll end up seeing what's going to happen with this.
Brand Nubian that they feel is pro-black. Why would I come out in support of Donald Trump or go against a Kamala Harris who they are trying to put up as a black woman, and I don't see it.
Well, let me. I'm going to play the.
Look at Candace. She like, it's over, Kamala. Let's listen.
The Barack Obama clip, and then I'm going to play the clip that you said in response to it. Let's play the two.
And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses.
What's good, Jerome Davis?
I've got a problem with that because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men.
Hit the like button. I need everybody to hit the like button, bro, because y'all gotta understand. I use like 3 notifications, so I don't know how many views. Like we've been doing like crazy views. We've been doing like 100-some thousand views, like a video. So, but that's all y'all like hitting the like button and subscribing. If you got an Android button, just double tap the screen. I think iPhone now may allow you to do that. Double tap the screen. That would be greatly appreciated.
Correctly, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for it.
And now I want to play the clip
They
from
don't tell us we come in with other alternatives and reasons for not voting for somebody we don't want to vote for because she's not showing us any policies that are going to affect our life in a positive way. Like, Obama is ridiculous.
Lord Jamar talking about that.
Well, I feel that she's so bad that guess what? I might just go around and vote for Trump. And this is my first time saying this out loud. But y'all think you're gonna shame somebody or bully into voting for this? Absolutely.
Talk crazy, Lord Jamar. Talk crazy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And now you're gonna make me be.
Hey, Tyson Garcia said Candace Owens killed the panel. What do you mean? She went crazy on the panel? We about to watch. We about to see what's going on. Shout out to Pierce Morgan.
Mr. Anti, you keep coming at me with this bullshit. You keep coming at me talking about, oh, it's a shame that you're not supporting a black woman. And she's not black.
Now, Mark.
Look at Candace Owens. She is petty. I love Candace, bro. She is petty.
You know, let me ask you.
Jab, shout out to you. He said, just register. Let's go. First time voting. Trump 100. Shout out to you for registering to vote, bro. It's very important.
Let's see, Mark. If this had been the other way round, if this had been. Hang on, Jamal, Lord Jamal, I'll come to you in a sec. I just want to get their reaction to what we've just played because it's gone viral, as I said. But Mark.
Look out! He is so mad, bro. He's like, oh, this dude's thinking for himself. Like,
You know, if it had been the other way around, if you had a former white president saying you've got to vote for Trump if you're white, you'd have gone absolutely nuts. So why is it okay for Barack Obama to order black people to vote for Kamala Harris?
I like how Pierce Morgan said that. Why is it okay for Barack Obama to order black people to vote for Kamala Harris? I really love the way he said that, bro. Shout out to y'all know this is a reaction, so I gotta stop the video at times. Tyson Garcia said Harris is a chameleon like a Drake. Yo, you know what's insane? Like the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation, Drake is no longer really a factor. He's still like streaming more than Kendrick, but nobody really even like looks at Drake the same anymore. And salute to Mafioso with the $5 donation. Salute Piperboy making blogging and entertainment news great again. I appreciate you. I really do. And we got 1,200 views in here, so if y'all can hit the like button, appreciate you. But thanks, I gave you a wrench. Yeah, you got a wrench. Shout out to you.
And how unpopular she currently is to the extent where Trump is ahead in 5 of the 7 swing states. Why should they?
Wow, did you hear what he said? Trump is ahead in 5 of the 7 swing states. I'm hoping that this is a landslide. I'm hoping that like he can get like some footing in the other 2 swing states. So we'll end up seeing. Shout out to Candace. I can't wait for her to talk, bro.
So, a couple of things. First, no one should vote for anybody based on identity politics. You should never vote for somebody because
So Obama's
they're
wrong.
black, right? Yeah, Obama's wrong. I mean, I didn't vote for him.
I love that.
Oh, whoa! Oh, he's coming to his senses now. This guy has never said anything in opposition to the Democratic Party that I could tell. So this is interesting. Even Candace Owens is looking at him like, what? Looking at Pierce Morgan, he's like, what did he just say? He said Obama's wrong. Wow.
Obama's wrong. Yeah, Obama's wrong. Yeah, so...
We all agree.
But
2,700 views up in here. Hit the like button, Doug Life. My girl arguing with me right now. She mad. She want me to do it. I'm going live anyway. That ain't what she mad for. She mad about something else. Shout out to her.
we don't all agree, though, because I don't think, though, I think Obama's wrong for several reasons in that video, but Obama's not arguing that you should vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. He's arguing you should vote for them because you're black. In other words, she best represents your interests.
No, she does not represent our interests. We just found out yesterday that she actually, in her formative years, she was in Canada. I didn't grow up in Canada. Did you guys grow up in Canada? maybe, you know, like if I look at the demographics of the people that watch the channel, I get some people that watch from Canada, but I didn't grow up there. I didn't go to high school in Canada. I can't really, you know what I mean? I don't know how it was like really growing up in Canada. I grew up in America. I grew up in the hood, thug life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if she like really identifies with my struggle. Every time I seen her, besides when she got into politics, she up on, you know, Montel Williams, like shoulder, you know what I mean? Like she trying to get in good with the Hollywood, the celebrities. I don't know nothing about this woman. Like we seeing Candace Owens expose her family tree. We finding out that, you know, the pictures that we seeing is supposed to be of her grandmother is not actually her grandmother, it's the help of the house. We finding out like Kamala Harris's family owned plantations. And then Miss Barrow, who was allegedly Candace Owens' grandmother, was like an Irish white lady. It's what Kamala Harris's grandmother was an Irish white lady. Thanks to Candace Owens, we never would have known that. Then a lady that used to be her friend actually did a video, and Candace Owens put the video on her YouTube channel where Miss Barrow's old friend like explained Miss Barrow, even her skin complexion down to, you know, people that was around her during that time, everything. So again, who is Kamala Harris? I don't care what Don Lemon tries to say, and we seen yesterday, we broke down a lot of disinformation from him. He's taking little clips and trying to alter the meaning of the clips because he's so upset that Kamala Harris bombed that interview on Fox News. So I don't know who this Kamala Harris lady is. We see people saying like, you know, Jesus is Lord, and Kamala Harris is saying like, you are at the wrong rally. Like, so I don't know what she represents. Hey, I'm not a religious person. I believe in freedom of religion, but to shame the Christian religion is insanity, especially when you need those people to help you vote, you know, at the voting polls. So I think she's all over the place. And I even got video of her taking shots at Jimmy Carter. Literally insane. Like she is, I don't know who this lady is, but as far, not to digress, as far as Kamala Harris like identifying with our struggle, she does not. He can't say because he knows who Candace Owens is, and I'm sure he watches her like a hawk, right? He cannot say, oh, I think Obama's saying because she's black. Like he can't say that because he knows after watching Candace Owens' video, Kamala Harris is not black. She's not. So he can't say that, so he's trying to move into, oh, well, I don't think that's what Obama was trying to say. I think he's trying to say, like, she's the person that can identify with you guys.
If I were running right, and if I'm a Green Party member, right?
That's not what he was
I haven't
saying.
Voted Democrat.
He was playing the race card. He was playing a skin color.
He was. Talk to him, Pierce Morgan. You can't trick us. We all got eyes, bro. And ears, and all of us, all the hundreds of thousands of people that have seen the videos that I've been putting out, they've seen it. Barack Obama using the race card, and it's not gonna work. It's not.
Card. He was saying if you are black, you have a duty to vote for the black candidate.
Yes.
You don't.
Listen.
As Lord Jamal rightly said in his
saying.
furious rant about it, why?
Hold on,
why should he be told who to vote for?
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, first of all, Piers, again, you just said I'm bringing in the race card when the question you asked me was, should Obama be telling people to vote for people?
That's not what he asked you. You're not even paying attention to what's going on because your emotions are at play, bro. And shout out to God of Destruction with the 999 said, glad more black people are finally waking up to the lies and subtle racism of the left. Shout out to you, Piper Boy, for not pushing their BS like many other influencers, mainly Charlemagne. Hey, God of Destruction, do you know how much, we gonna get back to this, you know how many people are trying to bully me into not talking right now? It's a lot. It's a whole lot. You know how many like celebrities that kind of reached out to me, liked videos of mine, or you know what I'm saying? Like some people are kind of like understanding like what's going on. Like, but some people kind of reaching out like, you know, well, what, you know, she one of us, brother. Like, why would you like, you know, Trump is kind of racist. Like, he's got a history of being like that, bro. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many followers you got. I don't care how many subscribers you got. I got my own opinion. And my opinion is that I was living better under Trump administration than the Biden-Harris administration. So y'all need to get this race thing out of y'all mind, you know, and stop letting that control y'all. It's been controlling y'all for decades. And with that, you guys have got nothing for it other than, like, I think you kind of wanting, like, more welfare benefits. But haven't gotten anything for it. And Kamala Harris has asked a direct question on the Charlamagne the God iHeartRadio interview that's being heavily protected. You can't react to it or you get hit with a copyright because she was being guided through the interview, and I guess they didn't want people to know that. But she's asked a direct question, what are you going to do for the African-American community? And she started talking about everything else. She grew up in a small, a middle-class neighborhood. She did the same thing. So no, she can't identify with the struggle. So this guy, like, he's all over the place. Like, he's saying Pierce Morgan is asking him stuff that he didn't ask him. He's emotional. This dude is emotionally triggered right now because he cannot understand and get through his head, which he'll say all day long, I'm an independent. I didn't vote for Barack Obama and all he don't. But when you watch him talk, he's always in favor of the Democratic Party. He is left-leaning, very much so. So when he's sitting here and he's seeing Lord Jamar, which is a rapper, who's got a voice and a platform, and he went on Art's platform, which is the Art of Dialogue. That's where that video was. And I do want to give a special shout out to Art, and I want to show y'all this because I'm not bugging. The Art of Dialogue. Follow him on Twitter. Subscribe to his channel on YouTube. That's where that clip came from. We're following each other. Shout out to the Art from the Art of Dialogue. You know what I'm saying? He helping me. Like, I asked him if I could use footage and stuff. He said he only fought, like, bro, Art of Dialogue shot to him. He's only following 67 people. I'm one of them. And a lot of his clips are the clips that you see on social media going viral. You know, like, people need to be putting out messages. But shout out to Art from the Art of Dialogue. And that's where Lord Jamar made that comment on his platform. But this guy's super triggered. He can't control Lord Jamar. Candace Owens has got a major platform. She can't be controlled. He's emotional right now. Let's see what the emotional effects are from blacks wanting to vote for Donald Trump. Let's see.
Obama played
black.
the race card, not you. I said Obama did.
Oh, then I misheard you. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. I misheard you. I'm wrong. You're right. So to the point, Obama is saying that black people, again, I disagree with him, but let's disagree with him for the right reason. He's saying that as black people, vote your interest. Don't reject this person. As a black person, you should vote for the person that uplifts the black community. That's her. And don't let your patriarchy, don't let your hatred of women, don't let your this.
Look at Candace Owens. She knows, like, what is she doing? Like, can somebody in the comments, because I must be, like, missing something. We got a lot of videos to get through. I must be missing something. What is our interest in voting for Kamala Harris? So we don't get beat up in the hood? So we don't have, like, you know what I mean, angry people that are used to voting blue, like, terrorizing us? So we can just go with the flow? Like, what is the interest of voting for the Democratic Party? I personally do not see the interest. If, like, I don't see it at all. Like, she don't even know, like, what would be the thing. Like, she's even plagiarizing Donald Trump's speeches. Donald Trump said that he wants to do away with taxes for overtime. Next thing you know, and we reacted to the video yesterday, shout out to Rita from Sky News Australia. She had the video playing of all the plagiarism that Kamala Harris has been doing. She's literally plagiarizing Donald Trump's speeches. And now she wants to do no taxes on overtime and no taxes on tips. But mind you, they've been arguing in all of these different interviews. Kamala Harris is arguing that Donald Trump has heavy influence on Congress, so she can't get anything done. Tim Walz arguing with J.D. Vance in a vice presidential debate, saying that they can't get anything done because of the influence of Trump. So if you guys can't get anything done with Congress, chances are you are not going to be able to tax the rich and give an unrealized capital gains tax on the rich, which will eventually trickle down to everyday Americans so they can give us unrealized gains on our property taxes and unrealized gains on our investments, just like income tax was supposed to be for the rich. Now it's for everybody else. But she wants to do unrealized gains to the rich, right? Do you think she's going to get congressional approval to do something like that? I doubt it. You think Kamala Harris is going to get congressional approval to try to take taxes away from overtime and take taxes away for tips? I don't think so. And then speaking about tips, I went to, before we get back to this, not to digress, I went to Geneva, Switzerland. I went to Zurich, Switzerland, Italy, Genoa, Italy, Lake Como, Italy, Milan, Italy, drove through France. You know what I found out? When you go to a restaurant, they don't accept tips. When you go to a coffee shop, they don't accept tips. When you go get some pizza, they're not trying to get you for a tip for every little thing because they make enough money where they live at where they don't have to depend on tips. So that's a problem that the Kamala Harris has not addressed. Why do you have to have all these tips and people can't really afford this one job? People are having 2 jobs now, 3 jobs. Rent is going like out of control to the point that Donald Trump has to step forward and say, hey, you know what I mean? At least we don't need to be like taxing people on tips. I don't remember, like, now this is a crazy tipping culture. I remember when Donald Trump was in office, you had people like asking for tips every once in a while. It wasn't like this. Not like this. The rising, housing costs. And you know what Kamala Harris wants to say she's going to do? Oh, she wants to give everybody a $25,000 for their to buy a new home. Well, you know what that's going to make homeowners do? A person like me, if I'm trying to sell my home and I know everybody has extra $25,000, I'm raising the cost of my house to $25,000 on top of the height of what I can get for it, which would further end up messing up the housing market. We heard somebody from the Congressional Budget Committee say that that's not a good idea and lay out why that's not a good idea. And shout out to Double Dare, $5 donation. He said, Democrat policies help African Americans. BS, all they do is make them dependent on the system and keeps them in their place. Trump for Queens.
You not do it.
That's what it does, man. Like, shout out to you for the donation. You sponsoring this. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button. Thug Life. And when I go to the polls, I'm wearing the Thug Life shirt. It is what it is. Y'all can't stop me from voting who I want to vote for. I don't care how mad you get. I don't care. People are waking up far. He is the last person I would have ever expected to wake up. And he's woke with this. You're not about to sit there just because I'm of a certain color, I have to vote a certain way. Trump is changing things. I'm telling y'all, things are changing. But let's listen to his finishing thoughts. Let's see what he got to say.
My issue with it is it frames black people and black men in particular as pathological and people who act against their interests and acts as if black men don't. Also, it's ahistorical. Black men actually do vote Democrat, I argue, more than they should. So I think it's wrong for lots of reasons. I disagree with Jamar, though, my brother. Calling her, and again, I heard a bleep. I've been in the hood a long time. From that context, it sounded like you were calling her the B word. I couldn't see it, but I heard it. I'm not going to vote for that. Bleep. Sounded like the B word. I can't imagine a circumstance where we need to call her that. In real life.
And sometimes, let's be real, y'all. I went viral before. I think it was a couple years ago. I did something I shouldn't have did. You know what I'm saying? Thug life. You know what I mean? I ran down on Young Buck from G Unit. You know what I mean? Then G Unit tried to make a song on me and 50 Cent. 50 Cent followed me. And then 50 Cent got the song that Young Buck came at us with, like, stopped by G Unit through G Unit Records. But I'll say this, like, I went viral. It's not good. He went viral. Now he's on Pierce Morgan. So sometimes people do push the limits to go viral. And that video of me going viral, I mean, every month for 3 years, that one video, I made $450 off that one video. So I understand like being viral, you know what I mean? But it's not always a good thing. It's not good that I did that. Thug Life, you know what I'm saying? 50 still follow me and everything, you know what I'm saying? 50 posted it. But, you know, sometimes like people say things that are a little bit harsh and they may go viral, you know, and now he's sitting up with Candace Owens and Pierce Morgan, you know, so I'm not really mad that he said it. The only reason I'm not, they bleeped it out. I'm not, I mean, if I'm Kamala Harris, I'm sure she heard it, you know what I mean? So she probably don't like it, but they bleeped it. But him saying it has brought a lot of attention to him. And now we get a chance to hear what he's got to say.
In music, and there's just no reason for that. She doesn't deserve that any more than she deserves to be told that she's not qualified to run a Dunkin' Donuts. Those types of comments, I think, are unnecessary, even if you might agree that black people shouldn't be sheep. How does she disrespect you?
By placating to me, by giving me word salads and all kind of nonsense, acting like she doesn't have to answer questions.
Talk crazy to him, Lord Jamar. Wait a minute. I feel disrespect there. She talking in word salad. She don't know what she talking about. Like, talk to her, bro.
Being the artful dodger, that's very disrespectful.
You think she deserves to be called a B for that?
Well, listen, first of all, the platform I was on was a different kind of platform. We was, you know what I mean? It's a much looser platform. It's more hip hop orientated. And if she wants to get down.
Yeah, he acting like he was on like a Fox News saying that. Like he wasn't. Like this was just like a regular, not regular. I don't want to say that about Art. Shout out to Art from the Art of Dialogue. Wasn't regular, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's a big platform, but like he said, it's a looser, like people just talk how they feel like talking, you know, just, it is what it is. Don't get super upset about it, bro.
Act like she's black. Well,
she is black, man. She is black. That's the other piece. I don't want to interrupt Candace.
Now you want to say she black. Oh my God. Hit the like button. He trying to trick us like Lizzo. Wait a minute, Thug Life. No, she is not, bro.
I know Candace got stuff to say. I want to hear Candace. I'm sorry. She is black.
You heard him. He said, I know Candace got some stuff to say. Because you know what Candace always put out.
And you're being particularly hypocritical, bro.
He's not
bro, you've been real.
Nah, he want to call him bro. Like, oh my God, bro. You cannot make this up. What's up, Marcus? Hey, what is he doing up here? Shout out to the chat, everybody to subscribe. Shout out to Mountain Rummer. He said for Trump McDonald. John Doe in here. Shout out to Madigo Dillard in here. Poor George is in here. Joseph Turner. Shout out.
Hypocritical.
Let me clear two things up. First of all, Pierce, you had a guest on named VJ or something that said I never voted or something like that. I don't know where he pulled that out his ass from, but yes, I have voted before. I actually voted for Obama the first time around. I got caught in that nonsense. But also, that comment that you're showing me was not in response to what Obama said. I said that prior to Obama coming out trying to be the father of, you know, black men and all this type of stuff.
Right.
But it was it sounded like it went with it.
It did, yeah.
But in response, listen, Barry, you're not our father, and we're not going to just you're not going to shake the finger of condemnation at us and think that you're going to shame us into doing what you want. We're not.
Exactly. Shout out to Double Dare with the $10 donation. Appreciate that. You sponsoring this. Said, happy to see you voice your opinion without, happy to see you voice your opinion without fear. It's not right for them to take an entire demographic vote for granted. Freedom forever. Shout out to y'all. Like that post, though. Like that post. That's a good post.
Not. You know, we're waking up as black people right now, and we're thinking for ourselves, and we're not just going along with the Democratic Party. First of all, I'm a registered independent, so don't act like I'm waving the Republican flag. But when it comes to leadership and all this type of thing, I don't see why we're trying to give this woman a promotion.
Look at him. He's got that. Hold on. And y'all know this is reaction. I got to react. I got to stop it at times. But look at him. He's giving that, you know, like if you your kids in trouble, you kind of look at them like, you know what I mean? Like, don't mess up. You know, like who are you think you like? Who you think you looking at like that? Bruh, they be wilding out here, man. Let me like this video. Shout out to Pierce Morgan, everything he doing, bro. I'm liking that video. Subscribe to Pierce Morgan.
She had one job, which was the border. She failed at that. They kept her in the background this whole time. I saw what they were going to do with her from the beginning, and I don't feel that she's the one. I'm sorry.
And by the way, you are absolutely
no more.
I know, Jamal, you are perfectly entitled. I want to bring in Candace, who's been waiting patiently. I mean, Candace, this whole sort of premise,
Can I say something real quick? Does she ever look bad? I have never seen Candace Owens look bad, ever. Never.
I'm glad Lord Jamal clarified he said that before Obama spoke, although his answer clearly would have been exactly the same. The response would have been the same because it's all part of the same thing, which is this sort of weird thing, which frankly is quite racist. There's no other way to look at it. That you should judge according to your skin color and feel a duty, a compulsion to do so, seems to me to be racist.
It is fundamentally racist, and it's something.
All that laughing is not gonna help, bro. It is racist. What are you talking? Like, if Trump, like, I gotta stop it for reaction purposes. If Trump did this, y'all, like, all right, everybody that said maybe you haven't seen me before, it's like 60,000 people is watching this video, right? Shout out to everybody that came in as watching. Subscribe if you can. We're trying to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. I said forget it. I'm not talking about entertainment right now. I'm talking about politics. We got an election coming up. I want to talk about it as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody. But I don't like this dude, bro. You're not about to sit here. You're not about to shame. Like, you're not about to bully us. Let her talk, bro. Like, this dude is getting on my nerves, but I don't want to digress too much about what I was from what's going on. But this dude, like, his cackling is just so annoying, bro. Imagine if Trump, like, so I want to say this. People don't like him. They say he's like, oh, left leaning or whatever. Pierce Morgan, I think he makes up great points. This is racist, bro. If Trump was to say this, what Obama said, how would y'all feel? Y'all already like, oh, he's with the Proud Boys thug, like he's with the Proud, like this and that and this and that. People got TDS. Imagine if he said that. Y'all would be losing y'all mind. Or imagine if George W. Bush got up there and said that. Y'all would be like, see, the country is divided. But then Michelle Obama can do a speech saying that all white people have an escalator and they got it way more easier than everybody else. You know what I mean? Which sometimes that's true, right? They got it way better than everybody else. They all got silver spoons. She said this and we broke down the video. But she didn't say all the white people that was behind Barack Obama that got him elected. She's not talking about all the white people that helped her buy her books. She's not talking about all the white people and Indian people and Chinese people that helped Obama become, a bestseller. But I don't hear nobody saying nothing about separatism. Why is Kamala Harris bringing up all these black artists? She just had Usher up there. She got Lizzo up there. She done had Quavo up there. She done had Meg Thee Stallion up there. But she don't like white people? If I was white, I would feel like, yo, why isn't Post Malone up there? Why isn't Tim McGraw up there? Shout out to Tim McGraw. You know what I mean? I did a movie with you, like Thug Life. It is what it is. Why isn't somebody else up there? Gwyneth Paltrow, I did a movie with her too. Shout out Thug Life. Why isn't she like why is it all black people? Taylor Swift is supporting Kamala Harris. Why isn't she up there? Black. Y'all need to vote that bad? Y'all obviously don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all don't need, y'all kind of need it, you know what I'm saying? But you're letting illegal immigrants come in here. In the past 2 years, the number has quadrupled. Getting rid of voter ID. I know y'all tired of pandering to us. Y'all like, we gotta get these artists up here, Quavo. We gotta have Usher up here. All these people like, I can't wait till we get enough illegals in here so we don't need them no more. Like, this is a separate. a separation campaign that's being run on behalf of the Kamala Harris administration. This is what it feels like to me. You know, the pandering it's becoming racist. So shout out to Pierce Morgan for calling that out.
It's something that I think Black people are right to be upset about. And then there's also this. You are correct to say that there's nothing about Kamala Harris or Barack Obama, for being frank, that is Black. I covered this on my show yesterday, went through Barack Obama's history. There is something that is very cartoonish about them working to Blackify a politician before they run for office. And what I mean by that is, like, Barry Soetoro, first 8 years of his life grew up in Indonesia. Okay, then he was with his white mother and his Indonesian stepfather. He then went to Hawaii, which had a population of just 5,000 Black people. 86% of them were in the military, and attended a school that is $31,000 per year. And it was all white people. He was raised by his white grandparents, the Dunnans. He's never lied about this, by the way. He then went off to college and had a white dorm mate, dated a white woman. There's nothing about Barack Obama's history that gives him, in my viewpoint, like the stepping ground to be talking to the brothers about the Black American experience.
They come, Candace, talk crazy. Can you imagine if Candace Owens was running as vice president? I'm just saying, if she was running as vice president, she would be lighting everybody up. Barack Obama dodged Candace Owens. If Candace Owens if she was this lit when Barack was running, this would have been a disaster. Did you hear everything that she just said? That, mind you, Barack Obama has never denied. He should have minded his business. And a lot of people probably wouldn't even have thought to look into that, like Candace Owens just put that out there. Like, he's raised by his white grandparents. He went to a school. It's like $25,000 a year, $20,000 a year for him to go to the school. Very low Black population, and the school that he went to was all white people. What does he know about the struggle? What does he know about it for him to get up there and talk to us? I say, like, bruh, like, Trump has been in music videos, Thug Life. He has. It is what it is. We had a guy talking about who did not like Trump, saying that Trump, when he met Trump, Trump stopped everything that he was doing and talked to his 10-year-old child about her dreams and aspirations and her love for horses for 20 minutes. Nobody talks about Nelson Mandela being chartered a plane by Donald Trump when the government wouldn't even intervene. He chartered a plane for him and his family to get to safety. Thug life. And he never mentions any of this. But he's so racist, they want to put out there. Giving everybody TDS. This is ridiculous. And Obama is helping facilitate the separation of America while you got Donald Trump trying to bring everybody together. How many times have we seen Donald Trump do speeches and rallies and bring up a Black person and let them say whatever they wanted to say? How many times have we seen, since I've been going live talking about politics, and this is what is making people upset? Democratic YouTube channels have coming out saying, I met the man. I have not seen or felt a racist bone in my body with being around Donald Trump. And he has invited me to a private meeting or a private get together. And they on the other side of the aisle, feeling like they got to say something because this TDS is getting too crazy out here. But then you got Barack Obama standing there trying to shame us. And then you got Lord Jamar finally saying something or stepping outside of the box of hip hop and saying there is a problem here. This lady has a lot of word salad. She's not saying what needs to be said. She's playing with my intelligence now. And they think they're going to get, like, make me vote for her just because she's black. Wait a minute. Now everybody's starting to talk again. So you know what Kamala do? Let me get Lizzo. What does Lizzo know? She know how to make a song? That's it? Usher? Like, that's who we supposed to... I'm a guy, dog. Like, Usher is the last person I'm going to be taking opinion. He lost Chili from TLC. I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. Wait a minute. Shout out to Chili. She responded to me 4 times. I got the... it was about food and stuff like that, but it's what it is. Shout out. But, like, I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. It's ridiculous. Usher.
Experience. If you've ever even been to Hawaii, it doesn't even feel like America. Genuinely, it feels like we took this country from an Asian country, took this state from an Asian country. And so when you realize that and you see how right before they run, suddenly the story changes. They drop a book and they work to blackify themselves. Obama didn't know his father, his Kenyan father growing up. And now all of a sudden he wants to lean into this stereotype.
Hold on, I want to rewind what she said because it's like, I think we got almost 100,000 people here. Let me rewind a little bit of what Candace Owens was saying about Barack Obama, how she was lighting him up for a minute. Let's listen to that. And shout out to Khaled Saeed with the $10 donation. She kind of looked like Lord Jamar. Wait a minute.
Viewpoint, like the stepping ground to be talking to the brothers about the Black American experience. If you've ever even been to Hawaii, it doesn't even feel like America. What I mean by that is like...
have y'all been to Hawaii? I haven't even been over there. It looks like far away from here, but you know, let's listen.
Barry Soetoro, first 8 years of his life grew up in Indonesia. Okay, then he was...
first 8 years of his life, he grew up in Indonesia? What? Hey, y'all don't want to challenge Candace Owens. She be knowing.
With his white mother and his Indonesian stepfather. He then went to Hawaii, which had a population of just 5,000 Black people. 86% of them were in the military, and attended a school that is $31,000 per year. And it was all white people. He was raised by his white grandparents.
So he thinks he can brother us. Poor George. Yeah, this is crazy. Shout out to you for being subscribed. Shout out to X for being subscribed. This is insane. This is literal insanity.
He's never lied about this, by the way. He then went off to college and had a white dorm mate, dated a white woman. There's nothing about Barack Obama's history that gives...
oh, remember we reacted to a video where Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Candace Owens put out a video showing who Barack Obama's... yo, we about to watch this, bro. Real quick. Not to digress, but let me show y'all this. Y'all gonna be like, what in the world? Shout out to my girl, bro. I don't know her at all, but shout out to her. She did one. Kamala Harris previously married. She did one where she showed Barack Obama's girlfriend. Maybe she had to pull it down. I don't know. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is it. Let me fast forward it. Let me see.
And by the way...
I can't find it. I'm going to look on the other screen, but we're going to let this play.
Him in my viewpoint, like the stepping ground to be talking to the brothers about the Black American experience. If you've ever even been to Hawaii, it doesn't even feel like America. Genuinely, it feels like we took this country from an Asian country, took this state from an Asian country. And so when you realize that and you see how right before they run, suddenly the story changes. They drop a book and they work to blackify themselves. Obama didn't know his father, his Kenyan father growing up. And now all of a sudden he wants to lean into this stereotype. Wow. To me, it feels like they're both wearing blackface. I can't sort through all of Kamala's various accents. There's so many of them. She's in front of a Latina crowd. Suddenly she's Selena, you know, and she's speaking like a Latina. And then she's in front of a Jamaican crowd and she's dropping mon. You know, I can't deal with it. It is way too much Hollywood acting for me. Then she's got the black accent going and girl, what are you talking about? She's in front of a white crowd. She's speaking like a California Valley girl. I don't trust
You
it.
get a kick out of that,
I just
huh,
do
Piers?
not trust somebody that slips that quickly through so many personalities. There is nothing about her upbringing, extraordinarily wealthy. Just she was sworn in Congress as an Indian American. Her mother is Indian. She grew up with an Indian experience and was proud of that until she ran for office for president of the United States. And that is something that I am not comfortable with. I do not accept this narrative that she should be speaking about herself as a black woman. It's not okay, and I fully reject it.
Okay,
Shout out to you, Candace Owens.
Mark, I just want to play you a quick clip of Kamala Harris talking to Roland Martin, listing all the reasons Trump
She smoked him. Go to her page. I think she changed the name of the title, if I'm not mistaken. But she had a video of Barack. She was like going in on Barack. And then she found a letter, right? This is why I wanted to watch it with y'all, because she found a letter that he wrote, I guess, to his ex-girlfriend, which is a white woman, right? And he was like professing like his love for like some man. So it's like we don't even know like Barack Obama. You know what I mean? Like we don't know nothing like about him, bro. Like this dude was raised by white people. He went to Hawaii. He didn't know his black father. He went to a school that didn't have really almost any black people in it. And then he wants to talk to us about the struggle and call us brothers. Like, yeah, he thinks we're slow, bro.
is dangerous for black people. I'll get your response.
He is not looking out for folks when he was a landlord and
Oh, she done went on the most racist show. Oh my God. Allegedly. This dude that she talking to, bro, he is the most anti-white dude I've ever. And she's sitting on this show. And she went on that daddy podcast, like where girls be talking about like wild stuff. She went on that show. She is getting desperate, y'all. Desperate.
would not rent to black families, sued for it when he took out a full-page ad in the New York Times against those 5 teenagers, black and Latino, who were innocent, saying they should be executed, the Central Park 5. When you look at the first black president of the United States, and he had birther lines, and now
I do want to say Kamala Harris's birthday is today, so I'm not gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But she tripping.
you look at black immigrants, legal immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, and he gets on a debate stage and says they're eating their pets. Come on, this man is dangerous.
And my question mark is simply
Her
this.
family owns
If
slaves.
he's so dangerous...
Candace Owens, wait a minute. Did y'all hear what she just said? If you've been watching me, you know we done reacted to all this. Candace Owens found out that Kamala Harris's family owns slaves. So when she just said that in the mic, that's why I kind of went crazy, because it's like, I wish they talk about that, bro. But watch how Candace Owens gets in the mic. Her family owns slave. Like, they really did. They really did. Allegedly.
Page ad in the New York Times against those 5 teenagers, black and Latino, who were innocent, saying they should be executed, the Central Park 5. When you look at the first black president of the United States, and he had birther lines, and now you look at black immigrants, legal immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, and he gets on a debate stage and says they're eating their pets. Come on, this man is dangerous.
And my question mark is simply
Her
this.
family owns
If
slaves.
he's so dangerous to black people, why is it that his popularity is growing, particularly with black men, and Kamala Harris is falling from where it was with Joe
heard her
Biden,
voice.
who was white?
She said her family owns slaves.
Well, I think part of it is because of the steady disinformation and misinformation campaign. Again, I am a critic of Kamala Harris. I'm literally watching her co-sign and underwrite as vice president and on the campaign trail a vicious genocide in Gaza. I ain't got no time to support or defend Kamala Harris on a lot of issues. I think there's a.
I'm glad he said that. I didn't think he would say that. I'm glad he said. He's starting to see the light. I think he's starting to see the light.
Very practical, pragmatic reason to vote for her, and that is to say, I don't want Donald Trump. And I think a lot of people are making that choice, but the people who are not are often being fed misinformation, including what's just been said by my dear colleagues here and you, Piers. You cracking it up. But a lot of it is just not true. And I'm just going to say it real fast. First, I didn't say you said it. I said what they said. So first, the question of qualification. First, Jamar said, again, she only had one job and it's the border. That's just not true, right? That's not the only.
She was the border czar.
Vice President's a lot.
She's a border czar, and she's letting anybody and everybody into the country. Like, what are you talking about, bro? We reacted to videos of people being here, like, who are not even legally here getting government assistance. Like, what is this dude? She is the border czar, bro.
That's a job.
And now
I'm disagreeing with the claim that she had one job, not that she didn't have that job.
She was given specific responsibility for the border. And now everyone's rushing to pretend she wasn't. The same people who literally called her the border czar on liberal shows.
I'm not disagreeing with that point.
They didn't.
Okay.
What other public job?
And what I'm saying is,
yeah, like what? Like, what do you keep saying? Like, what is she qualified for? Like, she had the deciding vote that ended up causing the inflation. She broke the vote that caused the inflation. We literally just reacted to the congressman that went on the Breakfast Club that was in the budget committee talking about what Larry Summers' comments were, saying if that vote went through, it would cause, and Larry Summers, I think he used to work with the Clinton administration and all, like, Larry Summers even saying that would cause inflation. And she voted in favor of it anyway, which caused inflation. So what qualifications does she have? Like, she's already making mistakes. Shout out to Said. Appreciate you.
They kept her in the background for a reason, for a very long time.
Who's the president pro tem? Who's the president pro tem of the Senate? President pro tem of the Senate? Kamala Harris. Right. Who's the domestic policy advisor? Kamala Harris. I can name 10 things that she does other than that, but I don't want to make it about that. My point is that there's lots of reasons to criticize Kamala Harris, but to frame her as unqualified.
Okay.
Again,
that's a fair point. She's not unqualified.
She's qualified.
Okay.
You just might think she's going to make the wrong choices.
Yeah, she's making the wrong choices. I don't think. All right, so I want to put this out here. I don't think Kamala Harris is, like, you know what I mean? I can't say the word on YouTube, right? I think she's just not qualified to be president. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's a prosecutor, you know what I mean? She's a prosecutor. She ended up passing the bar. So she's smart. You know what I mean? I don't think she's making good campaign decisions. Like, you know what I mean? Like shaming Christians and stuff like that speak, you know what I mean, at her rally, and she's saying that they're at the wrong rally, and, you know what I mean, trying to blackify herself and use that as a reason of why we need to be voting for her, and pulling up all these black celebrities and stuff to try to go for her. Like, I think she's making campaign errors right now. That's me personally, right? But all in all, I don't think she's a qualified person to be president. You know, she may be qualified for different areas, but not as a president of the United States. I want somebody that has already been the president of the United States, and I've seen them be the president in the United States, and I've seen there were no wars when they were president of the United States. I've seen Vladimir Putin in check when he was the president in the United States. That's what I want. I don't want, like, Iran to have access to $500 billion extra in capital that they can choose to use to build whatever against their, you know what I mean, their foes. I don't want a president to allow things like this to happen. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like. I don't like the president giving all of our tax money to insane causes. I don't like that. Especially when we still have a crisis in North Carolina that her campaign is choosing to ignore. I don't like that. I think she's having errors. You know what I mean? But, you know, I think Trump would be better on these situations. I just think he would be. You know, I think Trump would have approached it like, this is what I've done. I've done X, Y, and Z. The problem about, like, when you're president for the first 4 years, within the first 4 years, you're putting in place executive orders, policies, everything in place that people will feel in the next, you know, term. So whoever inherits the next term, if it's the opposing party and they see some growth or positive, like I think Biden felt in his first 100 days, they can say, oh, it was good under us. But really, he's feeling the effect of Trump's term. But the thing with Trump's term, not only did he put policies in place that would affect the next term in a positive light in the start of the next term, we felt positives while he was in office. You know, and I think this is what they're having a problem with, like combating, because everybody felt like food prices was cheaper, gas prices was cheaper, the economy, the GDP was doing good, and, you know, the tariffs were in place, different countries were in check, there were no wars. So Kamala Harris, I don't think she has much to really go off of to convince all of us. You know what I'm saying, is what I think. You know, that's just me, my personal opinion.
Point that she's not black.
But as far as being if she was qualified for this position, she would know how to argue, you know what I mean, her stances. So I don't think she's qualified as president. And, you know, like people who are thinking, Piers Morgan is thinking, right? Piers Morgan is kind of calm. Candace Owens is thinking, right? She's assessing him. She's collecting her thoughts. He's raging. Even Lord Jamar, which isn't the most politically astute person, right? He didn't even know half of the things that she was talking about. He was talking about. Is still calm. But this guy he just cannot believe it that blacks are making up their mind not to vote for her. He can't believe it.
Guys, I need to... No, Marco, jump in. We've run out of time. Candace has to go.
Is the biggest point.
Okay, go on, make your big point quickly.
Let's talk about her blackness, please.
Can we get this? Hey, we got a lot of views in it. Can we get this channel to 100,000 subscribers? People need to see. They see people like him all the time. The dude in the, you know what I'm saying, in the middle between Candace Owens and Lord Jamar. They see him all the time. People don't know there's people like me that actually think red. Like, we have to have the subscribers to back us so that our words mean more. So when we show videos of things going on that people don't, like, know about or see, look at the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to Art. Like, when he was getting to 40,000, you know what I mean, 30,000 subscribers and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Once he went over, he got 100, 200, 300, you know, them type of numbers. Now you start to see his clips popping up everywhere. Let's get this channel up there. 100,000 subscribers. Can we do that? I ain't asking for 1 million. Let's do that. I'm spending hours out. Like, yo, I could easily talk about entertainment. Easily. Check the channel. And do views and be cool. I'm talking about this that is risking pushing me out of the algorithm. Because people need to hear and see people have different opinions than his. You know, so subscribe to the channel and like the video if you can. Double tap the screen, the Android screen and the iOS screen if you can.
About the black experience.
Real quick. Two quick points.
Quick, Mark, quick, because McCann has to go.
The blackness point is what's crazy here to me, right? First of all, the idea that she puts on, they're not personalities, they're codes, and black people code switch from place to place. Wait till you hear me talk to my accountant later. Wait till you hear me talk to my agent later, like, yo, why'd you put me on Pierce? Just kidding. Wait till I talk to the people at the local soul food spot. They all gonna be different. Wait till I say peace to the gods and earths in New York. It's gonna be a different conversation. Black people talk differently. When someone says that's my aunt, they're not lying because they don't have shared blood. Black people call people auntie. That's fictive kinship. That is blackness. Going to Howard is a black experience. Pledging AKA is a black experience. And lastly, Jamar, for somebody who is a 5%er who believes that, and I respect your belief, but to believe that the black man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, the father of the civilization, the god of the universe, who came from North America by himself from Saudi Arabia. You believe that person is black, but somebody who went to Howard ain't? Come on, bruh.
Okay.
Look, he's pulling on the, come on, brother. Come on, bro. At the end of the day, come on, brother. Come on. Forget everything else. Come on, brother. Like, come on. Just come on. Give me the vote. That's what's going on here, bro.
I'm going to leave the final word to Candace before we have to end. Candace, what's going to happen on November the 5th?
Well, since
under 3
code
weeks away.
switching is normal, Since code switching is normal in the black community, peers, I'm going to speak to you like this because this would be totally normal if I put on a UK accent. And it's been lovely
I know where you get that from because you're married to a Brit.
Thank you so much for thank you so much for having me, and I can't wait to run for president and just put on a different accent every time I speak to someone else.
That's a perfect way to end it. Lord Jamar, Mark Lamont Hill, and Candace Owens, thank you all very much.
Shout out to Candace Owens, man. I love that girl, man. Let's take a quick look at Devori Darkins and see what he's talking about.
Just dropped, and it confirms that she has actually nosedived.
If Jimmy Carter can vote early, you can too.
Yo, was that a shot at Jimmy Carter? Nah, no, she didn't, bro. Look down there. Can y'all see this? Jimmy Carter, they done brought him out for a press conference for her. They didn't even have the decency to just let him just rest. But they said he's going to end up voting for Kamala Harris. And she's taking a shot at him. Shout out to Mafioso. Are you doing a live on election day, November 5th? Yes. I think I will. I think I will. Oh, yeah. I think I will. Look at this. You taking a shot at him? Like, oh, man. This is ridiculous.
So, look, if Jimmy Carter can vote early, you can too.
Let me let y'all. Y'all, have y'all seen this, right? Kamala Harris, not only does she say the same things in interviews, right? Look at all of her speeches. You can compile her speeches. She has the same hand gestures and she says the same thing. Look at it.
Should never again stand behind the should never again stand behind the
Is this like robotic?
So look, if Jimmy Carter can vote early, you can too.
Hey, Joseph Turner said that's absolutely crazy. Shout out to you for being subscribed. Yes, it is. It's interesting. Never again. Never again. Yeah, that's how she is. That's when I be watching her like rallies. I'll be like, what? Like I'm like, did she just say that at the other rally? Look.
Should never again stand behind the
So Kamala Harris, the Democrats, I mean, we know they're panicking because new polling has just dropped.
Mind you, fake news is never going to show that. Don Lemon is never going to show that.
And it confirms that she has actually nosedived. This poll is from the...
Yeah, we got 17,468 subscribers in the last 12 days. Shout out to y'all.
Most accurate pollster from the 2020 election. So we're going to take a look at that. Now, what is the Democratic Party's response, right? What are they doing in response to this new polling? Well, it's a bunch of desperate decisions. And I want to take a look at each of these desperate decisions that the campaign has been making. And let's start with the first one from Detroit.
I'm so proud to be from this city. You know, they say...
Yo, I didn't even know Lizzo was from Detroit, like, to be real with y'all. But now is the time for her to say it, huh? I wonder if Lizzo did free concerts and things like that for people in Detroit. I wonder. I don't know.
If Kamala wins, then the whole country will be like Detroit.
I don't want to be like Detroit. Oh no, she did. She said if Kamala wins, the whole country will be like Detroit, and they screamed. Have y'all ever been to Detroit? I've been there. That is not somewhere I want to live. Shout out to people in Detroit. I know people in Detroit that watch me and everything. Shout out to them. I don't want to live in Detroit. These are the, oh my God. And then Havish with the $4.99 donation said, you don't know, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, do you want to live in Detroit? Thank you for the donation. Do you want to live in Detroit? I don't want to live in Detroit.
Detroit. Resilient like Detroit.
So she brought Lizzo out, and my only question is, so will the country be crime-ridden like Detroit? Because we know Detroit was ranked the second least safest city in America. Yeah.
So the dude that just gave me that donation, right? Well, you know, do you want to live in a crime-ridden city? I would rather stay where I'm at because it ain't really that much crime here. Thug life!
Only question is, so will the country be crime-ridden like Detroit? Because we know Detroit was ranked the second least safest city in America. Yes, let me say that again. The second least safest city in America. So is that really the standard? I find it funny how triggered they get when we just state the obvious about Detroit. Detroit is...
Timbo said, broke like Detroit in my hometown too, by the way. Democratic ran. Bro, like it... People don't understand, man. People are leaving these places in droves and trying to go to Republican states. The most expensive, like, and we, you know, even like on the other side of it, right? It's like, if you look at a lot of the liberal states, they're super expensive tax-wise, to the point to where people don't even want to live there anymore. Why are all these people moving to Republican states? I don't understand it. I don't understand. Like, if it's so good, stay in California. When they start getting Democratic, I left too. I did. It's a red state I came from, but they started being a little bit too Democratic, so I left. But when I came to a red state, I didn't vote blue like the people that were voting blue there. I voted red. I like moving to places that have a lot of jobs. You can make decent amount of money. You don't have unions controlling everything. And then they're extorting you for union dues. Unions are so good, huh? They almost shut down the ports and threatened to mess up the United States economy. That was a union. And then we broke down and looked at the union representative's house. It was a nice big mansion with a lot of nice cars in the driveway. And then when you live in an area that's got unions, in order to get a job that is union controlled, you gotta know somebody. I don't think that is fair. I'd rather take myself down to a Republican state. Yeah, it's a right to work state. They don't just fire you for any little thing like you might think. There's jobs everywhere. I came down here, I had 2 jobs immediately. On my feet immediately. Oh, I'm never voting blue again. I'm never.
It's not a safe city. It's not the city it used to be. As long as Democrats continue to control that city, it will never be what it used to be. That's just a fact. You can say the same thing about Chicago.
And then speaking of Chicago, we just seen that one of the politicians redecorated the office in Chicago. $80,000 of taxpayer money to redecorate an office. That's what you pay for in these blue states and cities. That's ridiculous. Have y'all seen the roads in Chicago? I was just there at a Jeezy concert. They ain't that great. They got a crime problem. But instead of putting more officers on the road, you know what they want to do? Let's redecorate an office for $80,000. Thug life. And then people want to put pay for a comment to say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, if you came to my house, you'll think I was living a little good. 2 Teslas in the driveway. They're mine. Motorcycles. Hot tub. An area just to record and watch movies. And a movie theater in the house. I bought all this with Trump and Thug Life. Money I made when Trump was here. So while you can think I don't know something, I know a little bit of something about my life. And it was a lot better when it was ran by the red. I would be infuriated if I knew $80,000 of tax money was being spent to remodel an office. You want everywhere to look like Chicago? Detroit, they got some of the strictest gun laws. You like not being able to defend yourself, California? Like, you know what I'm saying? Come to Tennessee, play around if you want. Our citizens out here can defend ourselves. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about people. We can defend ourselves. We had somebody in a Waffle House acting up. A citizen pulled out. Like, put it down. They don't be coming here and trying all that. Well, just the criminals can have everything. The blicks. You run up on me, you're going to have a problem. And my state going to back me. Because they believe we should be protecting ourselves. But y'all don't believe that. How do y'all be feeling when y'all be getting carjacked? How do y'all be feeling when people be running in your house? And you can't do nothing about it. You're sitting at the light, somebody rolls up on you, tell you get out the car, and you can't do nothing. How does that feel when you at a convenience store and somebody's making everybody lay down and you ain't got nothing to protect yourself with? Those are them blue controlled places. So if I'm like outside of the law, I don't want to be in a red state. I want to go to a blue state. You're walking into a store, it's a no blick sign. Oh, so nobody can carry blicks in there? All right, I'm in there. Everybody get down. Taking y'all money and taking y'all rights. And y'all just smiling about it. Ain't nothing funny about that. You're an American citizen. You have a right to bear arms.
Chicago, Detroit, the potential is there, but the Democratic policies are killing these cities, especially when they're so soft on crime and they are taking on all these illegal migrants, which is draining resources, etc., etc. Now, if you thought that was desperate, look who turned out in Atlanta.
I love you more, but I love Kamala Harris even more.
Hold on. Y'all want to listen to this dude, like, giving girls allegedly bumps and everything? Like, y'all want to listen to him? Let me show y'all something.
As the city of Chicago grapples with a massive budget shortfall, NBC5 Investigates has uncovered records showing that the city spent $80,000 renovating a single office to be used by Mayor Johnson's wife, the First Lady.
They think when I talk, they think I can't back it up with videos. They think when I talk, I don't know what I'm talking about. And we already reacted to this. This dude spent $80,000 to renovate an office for his wife of taxpayer money. Fake news will never tell you this. How come nobody's talking about this in the media right now? Because it's not, I'm just wondering why nobody's talking about this.
Records showing that the city spent $80,000 renovating a single office to be used by Mayor Johnson's wife, the First
Hey, y'all, can y'all share this on Twitter? Can y'all like this video or even on YouTube, can you like this video so people can see this? Like the other videos y'all been liking, they got 300 and something thousand and 400 and something thousand views. People are subscribing like crazy on his channel. It's got almost 18,000 subscribers in 11 days. Why is that? Because I'm showing things that people will not show. You didn't even notice, did you? $80,000 for one office for somebody's wife.
NBC5 Investigates has uncovered records showing that the city spent $80,000 renovating a single office to be used by Mayor Johnson's wife, the First Lady of Chicago.
The receipts show that city...
And then they want to, you know what I mean, indict Al Capone. They got a problem with the mafia. If you ask me, that kind of, something like that, you know, in New York, Eric Adams, they went after Eric Adams, right? It's really the P. Diddy thing, I think, allegedly. So he can't help him at all. Even though it's federal, like, he can't, like, pull strings to help him, so they want to get him out of office because he gave Diddy the key to the city. And Diddy was going through the Diego lawsuit and all of that, not to digress. Nobody's talking about this. She's the First Lady of Chicago. She gets $80,000 taxpayer office remodel.
Workers did much of the labor and billed the city for that work. Here's NBC5 Investigates Bennett Haberly with the story. Bennett.
Yeah, Alex and Allison, these renovation or redecorating costs, well, the mayor says won't bankrupt the city, come at a time when Chicago is facing a huge financial hole and weighing all options, including potential layoffs, to make up for this deficit.
But he's saying that $80,000 renovation won't bankrupt the city. This is what I'm talking. Listen to me, Thug Life. We ain't falling for these politicians. What they gotta say. We know what it is. But they all want to get Trump a felony.
Chicago's financial challenges raise questions about why the city spent more than $80,000 renovating this office in the Cultural Center for First Lady Stacey Johnson. Invoices obtained by NBC5 Investigates show the work began in room 306 as early as February and continued through August, with city workers, including painters, carpenters, and electricians, clocking more than 350 hours of time, billing the...
She on the phone with her husband. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We go. Oh, yeah. I want this in there, too. Oh, the taxpayer's about to pay for it. Oh, yo, like, I can't believe you got an office. Like, is it that easy? Yeah, I want marble floors. Let's see if they'll do it. These silly people. Let's see if they'll let us do it.
The city for more than $25,000 in labor costs. Invoices also show more than $11,000 went to a vendor to
carpet materials, ceramic tile materials, yard of T-drum pad materials, hours of remove existing flooring, floor patch labor materials, hours of ceramic tile installation labor, hours of new carpet installation labor, marble trash hole. What is that?
Carpeting. Another invoice shows more than $43,000 was spent on furniture alone. We uncover these records.
She needed $43,000 in furniture. This is what they're doing with your tax money. You guys don't understand that? This is what's happening. While Chicago is thinking about laying people off, you got people doing this. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. We got to get videos like this out to the masses so they can see stuff like this.
Through a series of public records requests that we filed weeks ago. We told the mayor's office we had questions about this on Tuesday, giving them more than 24 hours to prepare for these questions. I'm wondering if you could help define what is the role of the First Lady in your administration and how do we justify spending upwards of $80,000 to redecorate an office for her and staff in our current financial situation?
So the Cultural Center has always been a location for dignitaries.
Karen Boyd said, that is disgusting. A waste of good money. $80,000. That could have been an officer on the streets. $80,000. That could have been like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. 40-some thousand for furniture in one room.
every first lady has had office space, there. Renovations for my office or any other office is standard procedure.
Is there any concern about
standard procedure, $80,000 in renovations? Shout out to PJ. He said, I'm glad I just subscribed to your channel. Suggested for me. You do your homework and tell it without lies. Subscribe and looking forward to more videos. I appreciate you. He has nothing he can say. Oh, it's standard procedure. What is standard procedure about $40-something thousand in furniture? What is standard about that?
about optics of spending $4,000 on a desk or $4,000 in club chairs at a time when the city is in this sort of budget hole?
Yeah, a desk is not going to, the purchase of a desk is not going to change the financial structural damage that has been in place for a very long time.
They're spending $4,000 on a desk. He said it's not going to change the structural damage that's been done over time. But not spending the $4,000 on a desk can aid in helping the problem that you guys are having in Chicago right now, which is causing people to be laid off. $80,000, you could have held on to another employee for a longer period of time. But instead, your wife wanted a desk. You cannot make this up. 80,000, bro, like, dog, I got a house fully furnished. I got a lot of stuff in my house. This is my outdoor shed. Bro, look, I got a movie theater set up. Everything in here. I got an MRX 1140. Hold on. Let me see if I can show. MRX 1140. It just in here. This is a theater system. I got all kind of amplifiers. I got theater speakers. I got the new LG G4 TV. I got an Xbox, PlayStation, all that in here. That's just in here. That's not even going in the house. And I'm nowhere near 80,000. And they spent that for one room. Listen to me. They are corrupt out here. Listen. And then somebody, Tyrone Wade with the $4.99, he said, don't forget Black Lives Matter was backed by the Democrats and they ran off with 10 million. We've seen people from that movement getting caught spending money from that. It's ridiculous. On themselves. Using y'all, pulling at y'all heartstrings. What do these people say to get in office? I'm going to change the city. I'm going to do reform. I'm going to make sure none of this is happening. That there is no embezzlement. There is no laundering, money laundering. There is no, we're going to be on the up and up with everybody. We got to turn this city around. They get in office and they turn around and go to the office and fill it with $80,000, $40-something thousand worth of stuff. Trillian Trudy said Candace Owens tried to warn y'all. Exactly. But ain't nobody gonna talk about this. I will be at the office picketing right now. Get him out of what is this, the mayor? Brandon Johnson, get him. I will be at the governor's, you know what I'm saying, messaging the governor or trying to make sure people can sign petitions to get this mayor removed. The governor has the ability to do that. And this is the guy that's in control of the police or telling the police chief what to do. If they're this corrupt, imagine how, Thug Life, wait a minute. Not every politician is like this. But when they get like this is a problem. You can't trust a person like that to maybe they taking bribes. You don't know.
So this is why we ask, and I mean this respectfully, we ask far more profound questions than that. We ask, how do we make sure that the structural damage that's been created over the course of decades, that we reroute the rivers, if you will, to make sure that it gets to the places where there's dry land. And that's what we're doing.
Johnson voiced
We don't care about rerouting rivers right now. We care about that office costing $83,000. Wait a minute. That's what you ain't about to Wakanda us. Wait a minute. If I was in the treasury, if I was overseeing the budget, I'd be like, hold on for a minute. This ain't about to go down. I will be on the phone with the governor, like, Governor, hey, you might want to, one of your mayors out here wilding. His answer is, we got to make sure the river system is good. Like, what? Like, bruh.
displeasure with our questions, but they were born out of these receipts, which show an order for this executive chair costing more than $2,200. A desk labeled for the first...
Bro, that chair don't even look like it's $2,200. Look at this chair! This chair looked cheaper than mine. How is this $2,200? Seemed like embezzlement to me, or money laundering. That's what this seems like. Look at this chair. And like, hey, yo, my dog got a business. He trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? We gonna buy like some weak products, and we gonna let him overcharge us. And then when you get the money, we split it. That's what that sound like to me. I watched a little bit too much Ozark on Netflix. This is what it sounds. It sounds like money laundering to me. This is what this sounds like. They not even looking that far. He's lucky. This dude. The desperation. They get Usher. Like, come on, bro.
I want her to be our next president of the United States.
Why do you think Usher wants her to be the next president of the United States? You think he's thinking about men? Who buys his albums? Women. Who goes to his concerts? Women, except DDG. DDG be going there too. Mostly women go to his concerts. Who was his fan base? Women. The demographic, women. So he doesn't care how qualified you are as a man. His agenda is women, women, women. They are putting money into my pockets.
We can do it, but we're gonna do it together. One more time. We ready.
How much should they pay Usher to do this, bro? New sub, Eric Martin said, new sub, what's up? He on the Epstein list.
What? Come on, Georgia.
And then, yeah, maybe he trying to avoid this Diddy situation. I don't know. Wait a minute. It slipped out. Sorry. Thug life. I mean, there was a lot of pictures that, hey, remember when, Usher, we can't forget about, y'all remember when Usher when the whole Diddy arrest happened, Usher ended up like, kind of like, I think he hit his Twitter. And then everybody's like, oh no, he removed all of his tweets. And they were like, well, why did you remove all of your tweets? Like, oh, you feel guilty. And then Usher, I think it was like the next day or the next couple of days, he said, I was hacked. Everybody was atting you, Usher. What you think about this Diddy situation? You in a lot of pictures with him. You at his house. You probably know what a baby oil is, Usher. Wait a minute. They alleging like Diddy and you or Diddy and Bieber, and they couldn't figure out who it was. The Kim Porter book, all that was coming out. People was alleging things. Next thing you know, all your tweets get removed. You are hacked, Usher. Wait a minute. No, hold on for a minute. You ain't about to trick us. You see what they doing to Diddy. I want to be on the government side. Whatever the government needs, I'm with it. They want Kamala Harris in? All right. I'm going to waive my fee. I'm going to sing for free.
What?
Now, let's just have a little fun. Maybe this is speculation. Maybe it's a conspiracy
We got to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. We got to get this channel to 100,000.
theory. Maybe it's actually true. Because remember, September 12th, what did Usher say on The View? Oh, I don't get into politics like that. I'm not really into doing all that. It's a personal choice. Okay. And then what? A couple weeks later, Diddy was indicted and Usher happened to wipe his entire Twitter feed of anything that had to do with Diddy.
Facts! He be in tune. Shout out to Devore. Wait a minute. I just said that. And I said it in another video. Yo, that's crazy. He be in tune. Shout out to Devore.
And now we're what? About a month since then, and you're out here campaigning for Kamala Harris? I don't know. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there isn't. I just find the irony to be very funny.
I think that behooves artists to come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics.
Usher, are you serious? Are you serious right now? You don't get too deep into politics? Usher. Usher Raymond. Usher. Did you just say you don't get too deep into politics? Don't tell me this Diddy situation got you on edge. This seems like you're getting very, very deep into politics. Doesn't it? Hey, it's 200-something thousand people watching this for a reason, Usher. We see through what you doing. Wait a minute.
I think voting is an individual choice.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel.
I'm supporting Vice President Harris because she fights. I love you.
Doesn't scream desperation. I don't know what does. And here's the thing about it. The bigger picture.
Shout out to Obama and Democrats that gave the special committee rights before everyone else. Black Lives Matter was a scam. Trump listened to Many Men by 50 Cent.
It doesn't matter if it's Usher or some other celebrity. Her main strategy is to leverage the power of celebrities to get people to vote. But history has shown that doesn't work. Now, of course, Kamala Harris, she has a couple of clips where, I mean, I don't think this is the best way to motivate people to vote for you, but hey, who am I, right? I'm just some guy on YouTube. Check this out.
So look, if Jimmy Carter can vote early, you can too. So look, if Jimmy Carter can vote early, you can too.
Like, what?
I don't think Jimmy Carter is the best example to motivate people. Now, that's got to be elder abuse. I mean, the Democratic Party...
Hey, Will Johnson said, bro, just hoping he gets the pardon from all the Diddy freak off C-card. Yo, I don't know. I'm just saying, it's just very... You know, when you put two and two together... And this was kind of easy. I mean, everybody like kind of talking about this right now. Like, come on, bro. Like, you literally just said you're not really going to get involved in politics. You don't look at it too deep. Everybody can vote for who they want to vote for. And then now you're standing on the podium. They probably hit dude like, look, bro, we need you. You see what happened to Diddy. Make it happen. Be there at this time. He stopped everything. He stopped everything he was doing And he was at that rally.
They just don't give a shit about their seniors. I mean, Jesus, the way they were treating Joe Biden and the way they've been treating Jimmy Carter, I mean, that is crazy.
Insane.
Now, of course, the person who's crazy is Kamala Harris because, you know, she thinks she's the funniest person in the world.
And of course, Usher.
She don't even know who he is.
Got you.
Okay, well, we talked about Usher earlier, and we know what's going on there. But now,
subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to Divorce. Shout out to him. He putting in work. He got 362,000 subscribers. It's important that you guys subscribe to people that's showing you guys stuff like this. I got 86,000. I don't have nowhere near him. You know what I mean? But if y'all can subscribe to him anyway, I appreciate that. And PIM, he said, Kamala for what? You said, that's what you focus on. Yeah, I'm focusing on all this.
Now it brings us to her surrogates who are having a tough time defending what's going on here. They are all in denial. They can't answer any questions at this point because we know this whole campaign is manufactured on a lie.
People are still supporting Donald Trump.
Yeah, she can't even get Usher's name right. That is literal insanity. This is how out of touch she is, man.
Despite what you're saying, his message is getting through.
Donald Trump has done nothing for the state of Wisconsin, and you know we have the best economy we've ever had, the largest budget work that we've ever had, and we're in a good shape. And people are making more money than they ever made, so we're in a good place, and it had nothing to do with Donald Trump.
Let's go back to the economy. You say we're in good shape. People I talk to in this state, in your state, don't seem to be feeling that.
That is a great example of what's wrong with her campaign and the Democratic Party. They operate with this certain level of...
I'm sorry, I got it on subscribers only because it's starting to go fast. So I want to like slow it down so I can see what people who are actually subscribed to the channel are saying. And then moving forward said they keep lying. And then Seeking District said Trump 2024. Nikki said Trump 2024. Stephen Patterson said Trump getting 16 votes tomorrow from my family, a few friends. Oh, that's fire, Stephen Patterson, that's fire. Timbo said Judge Joe Brown said it all years ago. Yeah, and he even went on, shout out to Art of Dialogue, and he said a couple of more things that is very much backing some of what Candace Owens has been saying. And then Diz said, I've been subbed for some long, I can't remember, I appreciate you. P said, death wasn't because of Trump. Swave said, peace, shout out to you. Robert Fulmer said, that dude must work at the check cash and loan joint. And then poor George said, FN, subscribe, shout out to you.
Delusion or arrogance, or they're just so out of touch. How could you say that we have the best economy and people are making more money than they ever have?
When she literally just sat down with Fox News, Brett Baer, and he showed her that 70-something%, I think it was 79% of Americans believe that the country is heading in the wrong direction. So how can she literally think the economy is doing good? Why would Lizzo should have at least, they should have had like a little conference meeting with the people that were going to be up there on the podium, because you have to make sure they say things that are somewhat accurate, right? For Lizzo to get up there and say Kamala's going to turn every city into, what did she say, Michigan? And she wants everywhere to be like Michigan. That is literal insanity. Literal insanity.
When you have people who are struggling just to get by, right? Even if what you say is true, politically you can't say that because it doesn't land for voters. That's why Trump has an advantage here, because you guys haven't been able to fix that messaging. You keep saying something that voters don't agree with and don't feel. Just because it says it on black and white paper and your wealthy friends are obviously experiencing the benefits of this economy, it doesn't mean that working class American citizens are experiencing that same economy. And that is the disconnect with their messaging, of course. And the other disconnect is we all know that she's a flip-flopper. So, of course, CNN brought on Bernie Sanders and asked them about that. I think you're going to find his answer pretty interesting and desperate.
So I know you know this, but in addition to the Green New Deal and Medicare for all, single payer for health care, and ending fracking, in addition to those being positions that you hold, Vice President Harris used to be with you on all three of them and now is against you on all three of them. Is she making a mistake having reversed those positions?
Look, Jake, I think what we're seeing is a...
Do y'all think he's in touch with what's going on?
Coalition of people, more establishment Democrats and progressive Democrats, and progressive independents, I'm the longest serving independent in American history, come together with the goal of defeating a very dangerous candidate, and that is Donald Trump. In terms of Medicare for all, I personally believe that the current system is broken, dysfunctional. Its major goal is to make billions in profits for the...
So if it's broken and dysfunctional, I don't understand within the past 4 years, why haven't you guys done anything to change it? Because they want to run on a problem instead of running on a solution. Didn't she say something like that when she was talking to Brett Baer? And when she was saying like why certain things weren't fixed in Congress? Because he wouldn't allow them to, like, even though they're people of them, you know what I mean, their own people, he wouldn't allow them to pass certain things because he wants to run on the problem instead of running on solution. Well, I'm trying to figure out why they have not fixed a broken Medicare system. Yeah, Diz OCB said they never fix S word. Danielle H, shout out to you, you back, said, how can you vote for a woman when you can't even tell me what a woman is? And then Truly and Truly said, Piper Boy, you have to watch the documentary Century of the Self one day. I'll watch it.
The drug companies and the insurance companies, and we end up spending twice as much per capita on healthcare as the people of any other country, while 87 million are uninsured or underinsured. I think it's a broken system.
But Bernie Sanders, this has happened under the Democratic Party. They've been in charge out of the last 16 years, 12 of those years are under your watch. So these complaints you have, why are you not directing that towards your own party? I find that to be interesting. The second thing, now he's on board with Trump is a danger to democracy, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, he has nothing to answer when it comes to Kamala Harris's flip-flopping. In fact, I don't know if he knows this, but he's admitting out loud that she's saying whatever she's got to say in order to win this election. And
this is crazy.
One more thing, too.
They literally have done almost nothing but undo Trump's border control policies that actually kept us safer. And now you got Venezuelans in New York acting up, and Colorado apartment complexes, which the lady said only 5 of them are being overran. It's not a big problem. And JD Vance had to go off on her. This is literally insane what we're seeing. Why would anybody vote for this lady? She is a robot.
Should never again stand behind
I don't understand it. And then they're like they should be speaking out about like different party members that are doing stuff like this. They should. I don't know why they're not, man. But instead they want to just get Usher.
You know, normally I'm up here to entertain, but today was something far, far more significant for Atlanta and all of Georgia. You know, it's really great to be home. I'm here, home for my past, present, future tour, but took a quick break from that to come here, share a few words with you about the significance of this moment. I feel that this is a momentous opportunity for each and every one of us. You know, it's just 17 days away from...
Look, she don't even care what he's saying. She's just shaking her head, yes. Y'all see this? Shaking her head, yes.
A very important election, as we all know. And we have the opportunity to choose a new generation of leadership for our country.
He said Usher is Diddy's right-hand man. Let me see. Weren't they like friends or something? Hold on. Man. Dang. They were super close. Nah. Yo, they was even like, they had their shirts off. It's crazy. Every chance they get, like he's hugging on Diddy. Every chance they hugging on each other. Every chance they get. He got baby oil on them right now. Like, what is going on, bro?
We all know what it means to be supportive, but ladies and gentlemen, we are here to support the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris, ladies and gentlemen. I'm supporting Vice President Harris because she fights for everyone's rights, for freedom.
But like, what rights did she fight for of yours? Can somebody in the chat, it's a lot of people in the chat, can somebody in the chat tell me what rights she fought for? Other than like Roe v. Wade, like she's fighting against the, you know, innocent people's rights. Like, you know what I mean? That may want to live, you know what I mean? But, you know, like she's fighting against that. But what rights is she fighting for? Can somebody tell me? You know, we got a problem in Hollywood, right? We got a problem.
Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh?
Diddy and Usher, really good friends. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's up, y'all.
And it doesn't matter where you're from. She has a vision for
And we cannot act like he's not trying to tell people something.
Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh?
I don't know, y'all.
Country that includes.
He said Ray J is Ray J is wildin'. Shout out to Mafioso with the $2 donation. Usher knows his freak off tapes are out there.
Everyone.
Isn't it funny how A, they read from a script, and then B, they always get an entertainer. It's not anybody that actually has any real significance as far as participating in politics.
And that's sad too. Like they think that entertainers have that much power to sway our votes because they think for us. And sadly enough, I mean, it's true. Like a lot of people allow entertainers to just do all the thinking for them. Like they're living their life, even though they're living in mansions and have private drivers and, you know what I mean, living a whole different type of life than them. They think entertainers understand the struggle. It's crazy.
Can inform you. But here's the part that's really bothering or bothersome. The part that's really bothersome is that Usher actually pulled up on The View to promote his tour and to have a conversation with the hyenas on there about, you know, everything that was going on in production and all of that. And then they asked him about what he thought, you know, they tried to push him to endorse Kamala Harris and then speak on Biden and all of that stuff and try to go against Trump. And I gave Usher a lot of credit. I said, listen, it's really great that Usher decided to deflect away from that and not endorse anybody and just say, yo, I think that it's important for everybody to inform themselves and then vote and participate in the election process. Mm-hmm. But he wouldn't endorse a candidate because I believe personally that, you know, it's important for entertainers to do their job and to remove themselves from it. And it alienates people away from these people. And you see what happened with Taylor Swift. I'm sure she's not going to miss no money. She rich as hell. You see what happened with a lot of these entertainers. And again, I think it's a much different thing if you're a vlogger or you're some kind of political correspondent. But if you're an actor, if you are, you know, you some kind of singer or whatever like that, for you to go into this and start, I mean, you could do whatever you want to do, but I just don't think that it's
Trillian truly said you are more lit than the Angry Man. Shout out to Angry Man though, bro. Like I told y'all if I start doing this, like, yeah, he got like way more subscribers. I told you, like, if I start doing, we gonna do more views than him. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. You know, we got like 200,000 views on this video. I told you that was gonna happen. You know?
Wise. But now you see him after that, and here's my question. I wonder how much they had to pay him. What did they promise him?
Because I'm gonna show people that stuff that people want to see that they can't see.
That they wanted to give Usher, or hopefully extend to Usher, if he decided to go on the campaign trail in Atlanta, because we all know that they want to win Georgia, right? And one of my theories is, isn't it ironic how Usher decided that he wanted to come out and participate in this?
I think it's the Diddy thing. But you know what's really funny? Sync from Young Turk seems to be turning on Kamala Harris. This is like one of the ultra lefties, right?
Not only will I have a Republican in my cabinet, but part of what I intend to do, Mayor, and put some structure around is creating a bipartisan council of advice.
Uppercase with the $10 donation. He said, I live in Chicago, aka Gotham City. If Cruella DeVille Harris takes blickies from us, I'm bound to get popped again. She fought for, I can't even say that, not straight people's rights like Obama, and black folks finna fall for it again. It's sad, bro, but people like you, I mean, go vote, bro. Everybody need to like that. Go vote, bro. And, you know, if you can, bring somebody with you. But, you know, we can't control what people do in the voting booth, but all we can do is educate them. And there needs to be, like, more people like me, you know what I mean? Like Devori and, like, Anton, like, and Amala. We haven't even gotten to her yet. We probably going to end up doing that in another video. It needs to be more people putting people up on game so they can see all of these videos and different perspectives of things that's going on. And we're running out of time. And trust and believe, a lot of people are hitting me up about entertainment right now. Yo, like, but this is going on, that's going on. Like, bro, like, if we got an election coming up, like, they trying to remove voter ID. I see, like, what they said on 60 Minutes. All these people are flooding in here. Like, no, we've got to do something, you know, and talk about it. If I can, like, go, I don't care. Like, you got to think of all the hours I've been live the past week. Wild hours. I spent more time on YouTube probably than at work. Like mad hours. But I feel like me doing this, even if it like 2 or 3 people decide to go to the voting polls and vote red, I think it's worth it. You know, than me to just like be out here like just distracting people. Because there's a lot of distractions and then what they do, like with social media, I'm not saying this platform, I'm just saying with social media, what they do is they give you a lot of material and things that you can talk about to make a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? And so you have to make the decision. It's like, do I want to do one blog today? You know what I mean? 1 or 2 blogs today on politics, or do I want to drop like 5 blogs? With all of this, you got, you know, they didn't just let somebody out of jail that nobody ever, Big Meech just got out. Everybody is about to start talking about that. He got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? The Drake, like, look at DJ Academic. Look at, if I could show you, and this is not dissing him at all. You know what I mean? I actually think he's pretty cool sometimes, right? But if I show you his page, and this dude gets crazy traction, bro. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to. Let me show you his page. Some of the stuff that he talks about. And he be having, like, mad people in there, right? Let me show you this. I can't believe they spent that much money on that chair. That is money laundering. Look at his page. This dude got 869,000 on one page. His other page, 2.8 million, right? If you go to his channel, he's live right now. Charleston White got popped in Chirac. Drake and Metro went in on 21. Like, look, he's got 7,900 people watching. This is one of the most influential bloggers out here. Look what he's talking about. Entertainment. It's making people like, yo, this is the route. Look at these views. They crazy. This is the route you take. You see what I'm saying? He's lost 7,900 people in there. Shout out to Uppercase with the $10 donation. I can't read that because, you know, YouTube. It's how in the name of Martin Luther King Jr. did they get them rights before black people got some type of notoriety? But, you know, I mean, I don't want to say, you know, all of that. I want everybody to be just a collective. You know what I mean? I don't want it to, like, I'm not saying this is what you're doing, Uppercase. I'm just saying me. I don't want to, like, whites against blacks, blacks against whites. And then I don't want any of that. There obviously reparations is never going to come. You know what I mean? But I would like a president to make it to the point to where you can try and advance. You see what I'm saying? Like for everybody, like whatever. Try and you advance. Like take away some of this red tape so we can all like advance. I would appreciate that. But if you put on a lot of red tape, making things harder, giving all, you know what I mean? More restrictions, more federal, more bureaucracy. This is the issue. So yeah, the FBI, like they published their crime statistics, right? Before the presidential debate. Trump told you what the real crime statistics was, right? He got fact checked in the presidential debate. After the presidential debate, they posted the actual crime stats. And it matched what ex-President Trump said in the debate. Elon Musk ends up posting it on his Twitter. He's got to post it on Twitter. He can't post it nowhere else. And it shows that why did they go ahead and change the crime stats after the debate? It makes you wonder. I'm not saying, hey, I don't want to go at the feds. Like, shout out to them Thug Life. I'm just saying it makes you think. Why are they trying to... People, why do they want Trump out of here so bad? Because they went ahead and they did the unthinkable to get him felonies. They used taxpayers' money. They did everything that they could. They could have been focusing on fixing the economy, but they wanted to focus on making sure he got a felony. And now you got people like me and people like Lord Jamar kind of seeing all this, and I'm like, Thug Life, I'm voting for the felon. And Kamala Harris said, well, you know, 9 months, we had 9 months of President Trump like getting ready to run for president. This is why we couldn't do X, Y, and Z. This is what she said talking to Brett Baer. Was she not saying because we behind the scenes trying to make sure he gets a felony in the... So that's where all of their energy was. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Uppercase with the $10 donation. He said, if you're going to vote by email, take a screenshot so you can certify whether you dare to cheat, have all the evidence possible that you voted for your preferred candidate. And I would not do voter. I would not mail in my ballot. There is no way I would do. I would go there. You got to think when they were under suspicion for the election fraud. I'm not saying that they did it. YouTube, I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying when they were under suspicion for it. And you had Rudy Giuliani wanted to go and have people up there watching what was going on. They didn't want to do it. They had to stand so many feet away. And he had to fight to be able to do that. So I don't know, man. I wouldn't, if you mail it, that's on you. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. I'm going in person. I don't want there to be any mistakes. Amazon can't even get your packages here on time nowadays. Oh, sorry. It's going to be here 4 days from now. With something as important as your vote, ain't no way I want there to be any mistakes. And Elon Musk is saying this is one of the most important elections ever. My bad. My notification's been going crazy. I've been like clearing them out because I ended up posting something with what's her name, Zendaya, and it's got like 4.5 million views on it. I posted it 23 hours ago, so my notifications have been going crazy. Shout out to her though. But let me see if I can find this. Yeah, he going crazy for Trump right now. He doing rallies for Trump. He want people to know, you know, what it is. But Elon Musk ended up posting that information about the FBI crime stats being changed. And I think that's very interesting. Oh, more censorship. Facebook is now censoring the fact that VP Harris has failed to connect even one person to the internet despite leading the administration's $42 billion infrastructure plan. He got censored for false information. Elon Musk said Facebook fact checkers, clowns. Shout out to Elon Musk, man. Because I think he's on the right side of history with this. And they can get mad on him. Well, he's a billionaire because, you know, people hate people who got money. He's a billionaire. Like, he don't know nothing. Like what does he know? He's a billionaire. He knows enough to be a billionaire. I mean, I don't know. But, yeah, if you go on his, is this where it's at? Government spending, driving. No, but go to his Twitter, right? And he's got it on there. But he tweets. I think he tweets more than me. I think it's coming up, right? Trump has taken the lead. No, that's not it. That's not it. It should be coming up soon. Elon, you got to chill with all this tweeting, bro. But I know, I get it. Like, you overzealous right now. You want to kind of get him in the office. You feel like. But yeah, it's on his Twitter. It's on his Twitter somewhere. But he shows, somebody puts out that they ended up changing the FBI crime stats. And he ends up quote tweeting it. So I don't know. We'll get to that some other time, but I reacted to it in a different video.
Advisors, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind. Listen, I plan on having a Republican in my cabinet. You asked me. I got a list. Yeah, right. You asked me what's the difference between Joe Biden and me. Well, that will be one of the differences. I'm going to have a Republican in my cabinet because I don't.
I mean, didn't we just hear Donald Trump say he's going to have Robert Kennedy have something to do with his administration? Didn't he literally just said that? And the Democrats are going in on Robert Kennedy at the censorship hearing because they believe we should be censored. They believe Twitter, and we seen the video of her saying it, this robot. Let me show you, in her own words, that she believes that there should be censorship on X. Because, you know, Elon Musk said that if you feel like, this is dope. He's in Brooklyn, New York, at a barbershop. But Elon Musk believes that if something is going on when you're trying to vote, he wants you to post it on Twitter so that it could be protected on Twitter. And she's saying that Elon Musk is dangerous. Listen to this. She thinks that it needs to be censored now. But Elon Musk is saying, hey, if you are seeing any voting irregularities, make sure you post it on Twitter or X. Listen to what she got to say.
He has lost his privileges and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation.
Is that a problem for y'all? Is that a problem that she just said that? Does that make you kind of wonder what's going on? We heard what John Kerry had to say, and he doesn't like social media. He feels like it's messing up the Democratic agenda, and he thinks that they're losing control. That's a problem. We reacted to that video in one of my videos. But then we got another problem, right? We got Miss Hillary Clinton. She also believes that social media needs to be moderated because they're losing total control. And maybe me saying this is hard to believe, but when she says it out of her own mouth, maybe you can believe it. Listen to what Miss Lady got to say.
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real.
Does that make you think?
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
Feel burdened by letting pride get in the way of a good idea.
Cheney has endorsed you. What do you think?
I'm honored to.
And then Furu with the $4.99 donation, he said they want to control the media like Russia and China do.
Have their endorsement, and I think that what they both,
you said it, not me,
leaders who are well respected, are making an important statement that it's okay, and if not important, to put country above party.
Our only hope is that Trump just gives up. Like, and
it's over, Kamala. It is over.
I don't mean like literally. Of course, he's not going to do that. But he's kind of de facto doing it, where he just melts, right? And he just is so unelectable that she wins, because this is hopeless.
All right, guys, so as Kamala Harris's campaign continues to implode, we have to talk about the left now lashing out at Kamala Harris over her failed election strategy, okay? The strategy of thinking.
Crazy. The lefties are losing it. Let's see what my girl
McDonald's customers were shocked over
Rita got to say about some of this. Let's see if Rita, if they got some videos with Rita up there. Rita been cooking, bro. What is it? What's it? Sky News. She been cooking them, bro. Let's go this week.
You know, empathy, man.
Yes.
You know, for the suffering of other people. Have you no sense of
Now she's Jamaican today?
purpose?
She's so authentic, so likable and confident. Of course, I jest. Now, Kamala has a man problem, and it's not just Doug knock him out, Emhoff. No, he's not the only one causing her headaches. But the fact that so many American men, including black men, do not want to vote for her. Now, the reasons are numerous. They're real.
Subscribe to the channel. We got about 1,076 subscribers today. Thug Life, it is what it is. But we need to be having 100,000 on this channel. Let me know y'all want me to keep showing y'all clips like this. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. I gotta go. I'm gonna end up doing another blog. I got some powers that be, they on my heels. But I'm going to end up talking about entertainment, but it's going to be a different way, right? That's going to be the next blog, and then we're going to get right back around to politics. But shout out to everybody. I'm Kamala. Subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just a blogger. I'm the new kid on the block, letting you know what's going on in the world of entertainment and politics. Thug Life. I'm Kamala. Subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. And if you're voting, make sure you're letting everybody know what's up, you know what I mean? Take somebody to the polls with you, you know what I mean? And maybe enlighten them on some things that they may not have seen. We got a lot of like videos in this video that are showing a lot of things, you know what I mean? People may not know that they're spending $80,000, you know what I mean? Just to remodel an office. People may not know that, you know, but We already know what we gonna do, who we voting for. It is what it is, MAGA. Shout out to everybody. I'm Mark. I'm ready to subscribe. Let me know.